me by chance? That's weird. Let's see something. That is really weird. Okay. What in the world? Hopefully everyone can still hear me. Yeah, that's odd. So normally, like when I have the chat up, I have to mute certain screens, and for some reason, it was muting my streaming software along with the. So how's everyone doing? What in the world? Wow. I think I just set a new record for the time of technical difficulty I've had with the audio. Normally it's only like 10 seconds. All right. Let me see. All right. How about now? Is that any better? Or how about now? Just let me know if it gets a little better, and we'll press on from there. That is really weird. Wow. Okay. So are we good on the audio? All right. Just gonna go from there. So, hello everyone. Great to see you. Ghost, thank you so much. Tony, Dilo, Amazu, Cleo, Unknown. Thank you so much for being here. I truly do appreciate it. Just let me know if the audio gets like wild again, and then I'll go from there. Yeah, definitely set a record. I can't say I'm proud of this record, but unfortunately it did happen. So we'll have to move from there. There's a lot going on. Definitely a lot going on in the just the world in general. Of course, we do have the situation at hand. It's very unfortunate, of course. There's along with that, there's just a lot going on. I know there's like the certain like bailout in a sense. There have been several injections into the stock market. People are going to feel a certain way about that. We know that the United States government has somewhat. There's been talks about doing like a digital dollar. Granted, there is like USD coin. There's Tether as well. Awesome, thank you, Mazu. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was real odd. Why? I can't explain it, but. They want to go digital. China is currently in the works of going digital, and of course, the United States. There's going to be that competition. Granted, it's a healthy competition because if there's one digital currency created by one government, then that becomes like the main source. Then it's going to be somewhat of a monopoly. Granted, there is cryptocurrency, but for some reason, they're wanting to skip over everything that's been established over the decade and go on their own path. So it's always fun to see like different comments when people see, what they're trying to accomplish. The comments are just always hilarious. So I actually wanted to cover over where we currently are. In quarter two, we have accomplished everything. Now quarter three is July to September, and just giving an idea of the route that we want to go. Now for the masternodes are a huge thing within Circuit. We can see that a lot of cryptocurrencies are either, there's proof of stake, proof of work, there's masternode technology, there are combinations, and there's also cryptocurrencies that harbor all three of them. Granted, there may be different time slots for when they take place. So achieving 2 masternode hosting partnerships, we do have one, but of course putting another one out there. Now masternodes, and you can actually also see this in how the reward is distributed. Every block that's hit, currently the phase that we're in is 1,000 more circuit. This is the highest reward amount in the circuit blockchain. And I really have to stress that because I think some people may overlook that or maybe don't see just how imperative that is. But the highest block reward after this 1,000 block, it's going to go to 800 per block. So right now the reward is 1,000 split between masternode and proof of stake. Next one's going to be 800. So as we know, there's a lot of stakers within the circuit blockchain. Excuse me, goodness. But the masternode technology, every block that's hit, there's a masternode that's basically accompanying it. So the reward for masternode, and can't stress it enough, it is really a big thing. So the individuals that do hold masternodes are gaining a good amount of reward just because they have put that stake up for the 500,000 circuit and have secured a masternode. So I always do recommend people to have a masternode, especially within this blockchain, because it's really imperative and the return on investment is very high. I don't currently have a table which actually puts it in stone showing this is your return on investment, let's say for 10, 1,000 or however. But I can say it's phenomenal. The amount of return on your investment within the circuit blockchain is really a big thing. So the next one's going to be establishing a charity event for youth drivers. We do know what's going on right now. I was actually watching a report yesterday on basically their projections of what's going to occur. And the biggest thing is just not panicking, staying safe, and of course hygiene is a big thing. I mean, that should be like common sense stuff, just, hygiene is a big thing. But for establishing a charity event, yes, there's not the races that are currently going on. They have been pushed back. I know Sinkonk Speedway has been pushed back until I believe like the 23rd of May. I could be off a few days, but for the charity event, we actually do have one that circuit is a part of. This is actually for support of children with the events that are going on. If you do go, I believe the link is in the description. Now it is for the page and also their financial breakdown. They are a nonprofit organization, and I know, and I've also seen this as well, a lot of nonprofit organizations, the split that they're actually, because every nonprofit organization, they have to report what they've earned, but some of them may be keeping like 50% for their staff, and that's not really why people are donating. Now, granted, people may want the tax write-off, but at the same time, I mean, it's just the ethics about it. So this one is actually for, and I mean, my family's been affected with this as well, but the children that their schools have closed down for the rest of the year, they're having to be home with their parents, and if their parents are dual income, they both have to work, and now someone has to stay with them, or if they actually have to find like any, I mean, even the daycares, a good amount of them have closed down. So, I mean, that's just really difficult for a dual income. So imagine taking one of their incomes away, and it's just assistance. So again, in the link in the description, you can click on it, see everything going on. The amount that they're shooting for is 5,000. It's currently over like 2,600, and the event ends this month. So definitely for a great cause. Now, listing within additional statistics reporting website, if you've seen Binance, and I'll have to double check, I'm pretty sure it's in stone. It's just it's not a disclosed amount, but they have bought coinmarketcap.com. A lot of people have their own ideas about this, like the CoinMarketCap. Normally people, when they want to look for any type of coin or statistics on the coin, they'll go for the CoinMarketCap. That's just the big thing in cryptocurrency. I know I've gone there several thousand times, but with Binance now taking over this domain, are they going to start pushing individuals in the direction of using a Binance exchange? Are they going to start highlighting it more? Is it going to be biased? Those are concerns, but it does show that there is an expansion with Binance, and some people, especially those individuals that do have their projects on Binance, it could be a really good positive thing for them. So, it's really just 50-50. One thing that I do want to say is make sure that you do have your circuit wallet addresses. There's been a lot done to the whole gaming aspect, and we'll be shooting over to that very soon, but just make sure you have your circuit wallet address. If you don't have a circuit wallet address, you can go to the website, and I'll actually just show it right here. Go into the website, getting started, go into desktop wallets, click there. Also, we do have a video on the Trent. Awesome to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. But we do have a video on YouTube where it's showing how to use the Bootstrap, which is a phenomenal thing. Our Bootstrap automatically updates itself, which is really nothing I've seen before. But when you're downloading the wallet, you can also use the Bootstrap. It's in the video. It's like a 3-minute video. I mean, it's very simple to use. And then when you do have your circuit wallet address, please post it within the chat. There's going to be a lot of circuit given away. There was 20,000 circuit given away last time. And it was an awesome stream. So I do want to thank everyone that did tune in for that one. Awesome. Thank you, Tony. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. So regarding the live stream, there was a lot of feedback, and I mean, it was positive feedback. I truly do appreciate it. So let me just read off longer stream time. So we did stream for about 2.5 hours. Some people wanted it to be longer, which, you know, if you want to see the driving skill that I have, best of luck to you. So in regards to that, the circuit card design. So we didn't have any circuit card designs at the time. Now we do, and they're really great. So I'm really excited about that. More prizes on the wheel. So more prizes on the wheel, and I completely understand. And like I said in the last stream, there's going to be several evolutions to the wheel, but you know, it was a good start. So, and then higher difficulty in the events. Now that's another thing. The difficulty, it was on I guess you could say like easy, and some of them were hard, and that was just based on the vehicle as far as like the specifications. But for today, every event that we are going to do is going to be hard, or even like epic, or really hard, whatever the next level is. Wow, that's going to be a little difficult, but I'm really excited about it. One thing that I would like to touch real quick is going to be over on the coin market cap. Here we are, what we were just speaking on. But so cryptocurrency as a whole, the market cap is about to break over $200 billion. So, I mean, it's a good recovery. Yes, we have gone down quite some time overall, but I think it's really important just to, you know, kind of see where we were like as a whole, and see that was a factual event that took place. It's not like maybe Bitcoin could break 10,000. Like, it's already broke 10,000 in the past. It can do it again. It's already broke 20,000 in the past. It can do it again. So there are several people that do reach out and ask financial advice. Now, granted, I can't give like financial advice, but personally for myself, cryptocurrency is a great avenue to invest in. I believe as like the government is trying to switch over to a digital dollar, now these hedge owners and hedge managers are going to become more confident in cryptocurrency. They're going to start switching their accounts over to cryptocurrency, and that's just going to really bring a fuel of liquidity to the market. So another run of 2017 is definitely possible. Is it going to be how it was last time, where it was just like this crazy absurd spike and then of course the pullback? I don't think it's going to mimic that. I think we are going to hold as we currently are. So are you. Awesome to see you. Thank you so much for being here. But just keeping in mind where it was, where it currently is, and then kind of like basing your portfolio off of that is personally what I would do. But again, if anyone does have any questions, and if you do have your circuit address, please post it in the chat. We're going to be taking note of it. So once we actually do begin the live racing, then we'll have your circuit wallet address on file. Once the live stream is completed, then we'll make sure that everyone's paid out a certain amount. And the prizes are pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. So Dilo, or Dan, was doing the graphic work for the wheel, and it looks phenomenal. I apologize for that. But so we were putting together the prizes, and I think I got a little too wild with them. You know, actually, I'll just go ahead and show. We'll go right over there to that. Let me see. So here we are. So this is the wheel. This is like light years compared to what it was. Wow. So as we can see, and just kind of like, you know, taking a little look at it, for the yellow, is basically if it were to if it were to land on the yellow, then there's going to be one individual that does win that prize. Granted, it's going to be on like a 1 to 100. So if it does land on it, everyone's going to pick a number 1 to 100, and then the person that's the closest to that number that the automotive like actually lands on is going to win the prize. So circuit shirt was a big one. The circuit shirts, as you can see right here, I mean, I really show this every time, but we do have the circuit patches, the 01 CRCT, and then granted we do have the designs on the back, the 01 cryptocurrency going down the spine. I love the shirt. I mean, I love the fabric. Wow, couldn't be more proud. Dan does a phenomenal job. Everyone at Circuit does a phenomenal job. And yeah, I love the shirt. So we do have the shirt on there, and we also do have, let's see where it is, the Circuit bag. So, awesome, Newell, thank you so much. Yeah, I like the colors. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so, and also the Circuit bag. So the bag is like the drawstring bag. So around the bag, you have the Circuit, basically this right here. You'll have that on the bag with the drawstrings. It looks really sharp. It truly does. Yeah, if it lands on a t-shirt, then you definitely have a chance to get a t-shirt. And they're truly high quality. I mean, this is like an Under Armour type of quality. So, but yeah, we do have $10 in Bitcoin. We have $5 in Bitcoin. We have a $5 gift card. And that's really, I pretty much left that open. It could be like Steam or however, but really just left it open. So it's like strictly to the individual that does win it. Now the purple pinkish type, the prize ×2. If it does land on the prize ×2, what's going to occur is we'll spin the wheel again, and whatever it lands on is going to be ×2. So if it lands on 2500 circuit, it's going to be now 5000 circuit, which is wow. I didn't really. I think it's phenomenal. It's really a lot of coin, but you know, it's really great that we have the opportunity as Circuit to be here with everyone. The community is just phenomenal. The support is amazing. We have people that reach out to us every single day and pretty much wanting to incorporate Circuit in a sense, which is amazing. Just seeing a cryptocurrency, especially a racing, the one like the first of its kind, to get so much positive feedback, I couldn't be more thankful. So yeah, Dan, we're working on the merch shop. So we currently are, yes. Now the shirts and the bag, if someone does land on it, that's going to be a custom order. But I really thought that was cool just to add it to the wheel. So, but yeah, for the prize ×2, and then of course we do have 1000 circuit. Now every one of them that isn't in the yellow or the gold is going to be what everyone wins. So everyone that drops their circuit wallet address, if it lands on 1000 circuit, then every single person that's dropped their address is going to win 1000. Wow. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh man, I'm gonna hear it later. But yeah, that's a lot. Oh my goodness. So we are currently working our, and that was another thing that I wanted to touch on is the marketing structure. So when Circuit was first released, we went to Twitter. We have, oh goodness, let's see right here. So we currently have over 2,600 followers, which is just phenomenal. So Twitter was our primary just at the time. There's a lot going on, but we knew we could reach a lot of individuals, and I think it's phenomenal. Now people, you know, they want to say, well, we have 10 zillion followers and we've only been open for 2 days. But the thing that needs to be understood is when Circuit was released, it was basically just the first floor. There wasn't any type of like backing that, you know, there was already a corporation or a company that was fully established, known by billions of people, and now this next one's open, kind of like Tron does with all the things that they release off the wall. And poor Justin, I mean, he's really getting the short end of the stick with everything going on. I feel bad for the guy, but yeah, if you haven't seen, Justin is the CEO or founder of Tron, whatever he titles himself as, but Wow, he's really been getting it hard lately. So, um, goodness. So, but yeah, so with us when we first started, you know, it was really just starting, and I mean, I'm truly impressed. I mean, the team is doing phenomenal work. Everyone's working very hard, very long hours. I was up till 4 in the morning yesterday, so definitely a lot of hours are going into it. But now we're currently focusing on the YouTube subscribers. So as you can see, 265, which I think is great, and I'm very grateful. And thank you to everyone that has subscribed. This is going to be one of the primary focuses. Reason being is we want to go more out into the communities, to actual driver locations, and do like interviews and everything like that. So there's just so much that's coming to it. And like I've already referenced the white paper in the past, but Circuit is the main hub for racing entertainment, racing news. And this is just YouTube's a great platform, and everyone has their own ideas about YouTube, which is perfectly fine. But it is a great platform for mass media. So, with that said, let's get into it. It logged me out. I got logged back in. So for everyone that tuned in, if you haven't already posted your circuit address, please do so. That's the only way that we'll be able to give you circuit. If we don't have your address, we can't really do anything. So please post at this time so we can keep note of it. And let me go ahead and log into this. So last time, wow, I definitely tried my hardest, but oh my Lord. Not a professional gamer, and here we are. Okay, thank you, Trent, for that. Let me go ahead. We'll put that on there. Okay, so whatever. Yeah, Dan, we need to talk. Yeah, it's a lot, but I think it's just great to give back to the community, because without the community, I mean, Circuit wouldn't be anything. So I mean, we would be, I mean, granted the work ethic and everything, but the community is what really brings everything to life. So thank you to everyone. Now, if anyone would like to pick what we do first, last time we didn't touch Monster Truck. We didn't do drag racing. What else was there? Oh, goodness. We did street racing. We did drift. Oh, my Lord. The haunting memories. Motocross, we did motocross. But yeah, Demolition Derby isn't one that we touched either, which is really a great event. So if anyone has any recommendations, more than excited to do it. Granted, as you can see on here on this screen, we do have the wheel. We have the circuit patch right here, just like right here. And then we do have the controller. So everything that I'm inputting, you can see the controller. And we do have the circuit skin for it. So phenomenal work to Dan. Drag? Okay, perfect. So I haven't done, let's see, let's go ahead and switch over to it. I think I have, let's see. Okay. So hard difficulty is going to be difficult because the recommended is 30 higher, but I said we wouldn't do anything easy, so it's not going to look good. But let's get into it. I'm not quite sure if I have the, I think I have a Corvette. Let's go ahead and see. Oh man, there we are. 2002 or Nissan Skyline GTR is, I mean, Dan did a great job on this. Let me make sure I have dressing up. A funny guy. Oh, let me get the audio. Hard difficulty. Let me make sure I have the. Okay, the audio should be good. Just let me know if the audio is a little off, or if I'm getting drowned out by the GTR here. But yeah, so Let me go ahead and fix this a little bit. Yeah, it's odd because the audio is acting up a little bit. I'm getting like a feedback, so just let me know if the audio starts acting up a little bit. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we have the Chevy. So I haven't done any type of like wrap work to this, but there's gonna be a lot more coming in the future. And if anyone does like have a vehicle type they'd like to see, then please let us know and we'll be more than happy to design it. Alright, there we go. Alright. Oh. The objective is way up there. Oh Lord. So like I said, the recommend is a little bit more, but more than happy to show the drag racing. It really is fun, especially when you get the shifting down. At first, it's a little different because if you're not using a manual, like actually within the gaming, like for like the street racing or however. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a change, so have to love the Camaro though. Now granted, the older body types of the Camaro, I think a lot of people do prefer that, but we did see like the revamping, well, I wouldn't say revamping, but there was a completely different in 2009 or 10. Over 300 miles per hour. So for those that don't know, Circuit does, yeah, the tire, yeah. Circuit does sponsor a drag driver. So Angela is sponsored by Circuit, and if you haven't checked out her bio, it's phenomenal. She is an amazing driver, placed, I believe, second within, geez, I want to say it was like, was in the United States. You have to check out, but yeah, she's just really a great driver. So, okay, wow. So that was the first one. Again, if everyone hasn't placed, please place your circuit wall addresses. That's going to be the only way that we can track who is going to get the circuit rewards. So if you haven't placed your circuit wall address, please do. And let's go ahead and go over to the wheel. All right, here we are. So let's go ahead and first spin. Where's it gonna land? 250. Okay. So 250 to everyone that has posted their circuit wallet address. I believe we do. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, so it just landed on 250. So for everyone that has posted their circuit wallet address, if you haven't already, please do. Everyone just won 250. We're really close. Excuse me. We're really close to the prize times 2. So, okay, Mazu, thank you so much for posting that. Okay, so if anyone has any recommendations for the next racing type that we'll do, please let me know. We just did drag racing, but we do have, let me go ahead and switch back over. Okay, so street racing. So we did hypercar last time. I believe we did rally raid, rally cross. Sorry, thank you so much for posting that. Let me go ahead. And there we are. Helicopter. I believe you. I mean, I don't think there's actually the racing, but you do unlock a helicopter, and I think you're able to switch to it like within the game. I haven't tried it out yet, but yeah, I don't think there is helicopter racing, but there is like airplane like times. I know there's time lots. It should be good. Oh, Cleo, thank you so much for posting that. Let me go ahead and get that up real quick. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay. And again, for everyone that does post their circuit wall address, you are starting out with 500 circuit. So you started out with 500 circuit, and now everyone was just awarded an extra 250 circuit. So everyone currently has 750 circuit, which is amazing. Monster truck. Okay, so we can switch over to monster truck. So there are two things within the monster truck. There's either doing races or there's doing like points, as far as like you gather point tokens and you go on ramps and everything like that. So is there a specific one that you would like to do? Whoops. There we are. Yeah, so there's different aero racing that you can do. Well, actually, I think there might be one type, but as I mentioned last time, if they do implement like a drone racing, that would definitely be really cool. So I'd love to see drone racing come to life. Now, granted, that is something that Circuit does support. So, okay, so we'll do the racing. So go ahead. We'll change the difficulty to hard. Oh, wow. So the recommend is 110 and we're 74. Wait for John. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we'll go ahead and travel here. And again, if anyone does have any questions like whatsoever, either about like the gaming or just circuit or anything, please let me know. Let me... And no, Dan, I just saw your thing. You don't.
3, 2.
All right, here we go. This is going to be very interesting. Yeah, especially since the recommended is so high. I'm definitely going to give it my best. I have a feeling I might be able to catch up on the acceleration. Maybe not even acceleration, maybe even, hopefully top speed helps me out a little bit. Or maybe they'll just do something off the wall and I'll be able to catch up. It's not looking too bad. We have third current. Okay, we have fourth currently. So I don't want to hit the ramp. I think it's going to take away some time. Wow. Thank you for that. I need some more paint on the vehicle, so I do appreciate that. Oh my goodness. He's all over me. What in the world? Oh my goodness, come on. Okay, let me go through the trees. He would not give me a break. Oh no, that was a close one. That could have totaled us out. Ooh, that could have been really bad. If we caught the house, I don't think there's any coming back from that. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to hit the ramp because I'm just gonna spin myself out if I try to go over. Yeah, the suspension, like every time you bounce on this, if you land the wrong way, it's gonna shoot you off to the left or the right. And 62%, we're almost there. Hopefully nothing crazy happens at the end. Or, like hit a tree or, or something. Okay. We're on a path. Oh no. Just have to keep it together for a little bit longer. It's easier said than done. Almost 86%. Almost there. There we go. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, so the recommended was 30 or 40 points higher. So wow, and especially when he was bumping, like again, if you hit anything and the suspension just buckles down and pushes you to the left or the right, there's no coming back from that. So that was hard difficulty. I said we wouldn't do anything easy, but wow, that was not easy. So let's go ahead and we'll go over to the wheel. So the first spin, we did have 250 to everyone across the board. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cleo. Thank you, Trent. Thank you so much. Behind you. Yeah. Dan, jeez. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll spin the wheel. See where we land. Oh, man. Oh, no. So prize times 2. So for whatever we hit next, even if it's a gold, like if it's a circuit bag, if it's a circuit shirt, it's still going to be times 2. So this is going to get interesting. Here we go. So second spin and anything times 2. I wonder how it's going to work if we hit times 2 again. Thank you, Mazu. Thank you. All right, here we go. Wow, so we just landed on 1,000 circuits, so 2,000 circuit to everyone. Wow. All I can say is wow, because that is a lot of circuit. Let me go ahead and put that. So everyone just won an additional 2,000. So if you haven't posted your circuit wallet address, please do now. So at the end of the live stream, we can make sure that everyone gets the circuit that they won. So 2,000, and it was really close to 250. It could have been 500, but it landed on 1,000. So 2,000 to everyone. Wow, that's phenomenal. Goodness, congratulations to everyone. Damn nice. Yeah, definitely nice. Definitely. Yeah, 2-time shirt. So, and that's one thing. If the way that we have designed it is, if it does land on a T-shirt or a bag or however, then it's going to be. So it's. Yeah. So yeah, it is Ghost. No, I'm only speaking of what it just currently landed on. So everything is added up, and I currently have the figures here along with Adachi, our lead moderator, is writing everything down. So yes, everyone currently has won 2,750 circuits. So every time the wheel spins, it's going to be added on top and on top. Last live stream, everyone won 5,000 circuit, which is awesome. But yeah, Trent, yep, yeah, definitely congratulations to everyone. But yeah, so like let's say we do hit prize times 2, and then it lands on the circuit T-shirt, then there's going to be two T-shirts given. But the way we designed it is it's going to be 1 T-shirt to 2 people. So when we do the 1 to 100, the people that are the closest, the 2 people the closest to the number, are going to be awarded a T-shirt. Oh, thank you, Clea. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the wheel just kind of came about. Like, it wasn't really in the marketing plan, but we just thought it was a great way to really bring racing to life. Like, yeah, Circuit cryptocurrency project. And you know that's cool, but the big thing about Circuit is just the racing aspect and being the primary hub for racing fans. And I mean, I really like racing, so it's definitely entertaining. Yeah, halfway there. I mean, I really believe we're going to surpass 5,000 per individual, just because it was requested that we do a live stream longer than last time. So last time it was about 2-hour live stream. So if we go longer than that, there's going to be even more prizes. So if anyone does have any feedback whatsoever, something you want to see on the wheel, or really anything, any questions whatsoever, please post it in the chat and let us know. So let's get back into the racing. Okay, so we just did Monster Truck. Wow, that was close. I like, but yeah. So Demolition Derby, we do have the aero. So we do have the aerobatics, which is basically doing different like freestyle tricks and everything, and then the air race is actually you're racing in an aircraft. So we do have the power boat, the touring car. Yeah, so whatever anyone wants to see, please let me know, and we'll go from there. Let me check this real quick. All right, so how about trying to think for what do we have? So Dan, the designs that we had, I believe, so we had the 2002. Okay, so let's try touring car. Okay, I was trying to think of the different designs that we had. So let's go over the touring. Go here, and let's change the difficulty. There we are. So we're right on the recommended. So, okay, so the Porsche. Okay, so the Porsche was, I believe, the touring car. So we should see it right here. So, have to love the GTR. But let me switch over. Maybe it isn't. I'm trying to think what the Porsche is for. I was thinking it was touring. I guess I was wrong. So we are rocking the the Skyline. Yeah, I mean, I definitely love. Now, granted, I do like the newer styles, like the 2015, 17, beyond. But the Skyline, I mean, this is where it all started. So the biggest thing for me is just getting into slipstream. I mean, we're like right on the recommended, so I'm pretty sure the acceleration is going to be a little higher, but top speed might be, yeah, and there we go. Oh, definitely overshot it there. Yeah, so the ending is going to be a straightaway. So, yeah, the biggest thing is hopefully they don't get my slipstream, and then right at the end they pass me. Definitely wouldn't be the best thing. Just going to have to cut through, save some time. I don't want to get out of the as far as pulling the corner too much, so we have a little bit of a lead, but one false move, and especially with the acceleration that they have, one false move, and yeah, the car definitely, I mean, it has a good amount of speed. I mean, especially like for 2002, like realistically 2002. Now, granted, I mean, it did have a good amount of speed, but you can definitely soup them up in this game. So that's what I like about it. And also, you'll see, well, currently on this vehicle, you do see the aftermarket parts. So as far as the spoiler, we do have the side skirts. And I believe also I put a hood on it as well. Yeah, so we do have the aftermarket hood. And please let me know if the audio is off for anybody. More than happy to change any type of settings. It's definitely been a pain today, so. If anyone does have possibly any games that they would like to see in the future, as far as, like, let's say Forza really anything like that. It is a different type of game. Forza is definitely more similar to iRacing in the fact that if you hit a wall at 100 miles per hour, you're probably going to total it out. In this game, you may just bounce off the wall and you'll be fine. So, just going to boost all the way through. But yeah, definitely let us know. I mean, this live stream is really for everybody. So, anything that you want to see, or if you have any questions, please let us know. And taking first place. So, the volatility, awesome, Tim. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate that, and I really like the live stream that you had. Yeah, so it has been 10 for quite some time, but feedback that we did get is people wanted to see a longer stream. So we decided to push it to 9 o'clock. So, but thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to post your circuit wallet addresses along with anyone that hasn't done so far, please do. We're currently up to 2,750 per individual. Let me go ahead and switch back over to the wheel. Let me see. Yeah, the body kit. Yeah, I definitely like. I like the just the design aspect of what you can do to the vehicle. I mean, it's not in depth to the point where it's like other games, but other games may be more focused on just the designing of the vehicle, opposed to this game is more focused on the different genres of competitive racing. So. Yeah, no worries, Tim. Thank you so much, Trent. Tim. Yeah. Okay, let's switch over to the wheel. Okay, so last time we landed on 1,000, and that was times 2. So practically was 2,000 per person. That's the highest you can get for every single person. Because if you do land on 2,500 circuit, then it's only going to be for one person. So let's go ahead and we'll spin the wheel. Yeah, t-shirt. Oh, we did land on the t-shirt. We landed on the t-shirt. Oh man. Okay, let me get the number up. Wow, that was like right on the line. Wow. Wow. Okay, let me get the 1 to 100. Let me see if I can. Okay, so here we are. Let me go back over to the chat. Yeah, so, okay, so now that we've landed on t-shirt, everyone pick a number between 1 and 100. So once everyone's put in a number from 1 to 100, the closest number that whatever this one lands on, if you can see right here. So like let's say you pick 50 and it's 49, you would more than likely be the closest, then you'll win the t-shirt. So go ahead and place your numbers, and then I'm gonna close out the numbers so anyone that posts past me won't be eligible for this. So we'll take we'll take a minute or so. Everyone can post their number. Dan, of course. Ghost with 96. I mean, we're currently on 96. I don't know what's going to land on next, though. Dan, I'm still waiting on my awesome new logo that you randomly came up with. Okay. We'll take another 30 seconds, so just make sure you get your number in. Wow, it landed, like, barely on the t-shirt. That's wild. All right, does everyone have their number up? Let's see. Ghost said wait. there okay, 42. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'll put voting ended just so now we have all the numbers, so we can go back and just take a look at who landed on what. So 42 for Ghost. Okay, I think we're all good. So Discord. Okay. All right. So let's see. One random number between 1 and 100. So we're gonna click, I guess, go. See what we get. 68. Amazu. It landed right on 68. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. Wow, that's awesome. So congratulations to Amazu getting it right on 68, which is crazy. Like, wow. Okay. That's awesome. Congratulations. Make sure to, I believe you're in the Discord. If you aren't in the Discord, please go to the description below, click on Discord, join us on Discord, and then send me a message and we'll have to get your address. That's the only way we can actually send it to you. But definitely congratulations. Wow, that's awesome. So let me go ahead and move this out of the way. Yeah, very happy for Amazu. That's awesome. That's very awesome. As Dan said earlier, we are currently working on the merchandise shop. So it'll be up for for really anyone that wants to purchase the merchandise. Okay. Yeah, I should have known that. Sorry. Slipped my mind. All right, let's go to the racing. If anyone has anything that they would like to see, please let me know. Go back over to the gaming setup. Yeah, that's awesome. Really excited for you. You'll really like the shirt. That's awesome. Okay, so has street racing, we have drift, we have drag, hypercar. Let's see, we haven't done demolition yet. Demolition's pretty cool. Definitely a lot of action, and it does get pretty difficult. We'll go ahead. We'll just go over to the Demolition Derby. So there's two aspects within the Demolition Derby. It's either a race or it's going for points. I think the points is really cool to watch and even play. So I'm not to the recommended level. Sounds good. So I'm not to recommend level. I'm about 6 off. But I think if we try our hardest, it is on hard difficulty, so we'll see what happens. All right, we're taking this thing into the Demolition Derby. All right, so haven't completed the design for the. We do have the 01, but I mean it's very generic on the demolition, so. All right, here we go. Oh, thank you, Tim. I really appreciate that. All right, here we go. So I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with how Demolition Derby works. But the biggest thing is there are power-ups that come out. As far as getting, like, I think you get 10,000 points for getting like one power-up, and you can also get, oh goodness. You can also repair your vehicle, and then you can also hit other cars hard. So that one right there is 10,000 points. So it would be nice to get over there, but no, it didn't happen.
Appear throughout the event.
Might want to grab it before someone else does.
All right, so we're currently in the lead, and I think they just blew up my tire. Easy come, easy go. All right, so we do have a repair right there.
I got walloped so much testing these things.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go the long way over here. I had to take that opportunity. I'm probably gonna get totaled out now, but oh yeah, you got it. Jeez. So if your vehicle does, I mean, this, like, wow, this thing's seen better days. But if it does get demoed, I believe you lose 5,000 points. So I'm gonna try to rack up as many. I was gonna say try to rack up as many points before the car was destroyed, but there we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so getting 10,000 per demolished vehicle, that definitely adds up. Hopefully I can get the repair bonus.
Remember, those traps aren't just there to get you. If you're smart, you can push your opponents into them. Want me to
Okay,
show
we're
you
maintaining
how?
the lead, so hopefully nothing. And some of the maps, so we currently have like this one right here with all the traps, but some of them are like where you're pitted in the middle and around you is water, so you could just get like flown into the water. Hopefully you can get the 10,000. I think we may be good. There we go. Oh, 13,000. Okay. Whoops. I didn't need that anyways. Ooh. Oh, repair bonus. Oh. Got it. Oh, we definitely have a comfortable lead right now. Didn't see that coming. Oh no. There we go. Oh, okay. I thought I lost a tire there. Alright, we just broke over 100,000 points. I could really use the, well, never mind, someone got it. Oh, Lord. We have about 20 seconds. Oh, that was definitely a... Oh my god! I can't even recover, give me a second, jeez. Here we go. Hit. No, it was a hit.
Nice run. That enough mayhem for you?
The event's over and they're still hitting me. What in the world? They're just upset. It's okay. Yeah, Demolition Derby is definitely a good time. Yeah, Mazu. Oh my goodness! Wow. Yeah, I mean, even being under the recommended level, we still got it. So that's awesome. All right, so let's go over to the wheel setup. All right, so last time was the circuit T-shirt, which is awesome. I mean, it was like right there. It's either a 250 or a circuit T-shirt. So let's go ahead. We're gonna spin the wheel. Where's it gonna land? We were really close to the $5 gift card. We were really close. 500 circuit to everyone. So if you haven't dropped the circuit address, which I believe everyone has, but if you haven't already, please do. And yeah, 500. So go ahead and put that down. So another 500 circuit to everyone that's dropped the circuit wall address, and that's awesome, man. It's really it's really racking up. We had 250, we had 2,000. Everyone started off with 500. Now we have an additional 500. This is awesome. It truly is. Wow. Congratulations. Volatility trading. Let me go ahead. Get your address. There we go. Yeah, so I believe you still, yeah, the promo code should still be good. I could always double check, but I believe it is. I haven't taken it offline or anything like that. So if anyone hasn't already, you can go to our website page. You'll go to Getting Started and then click Circuit Faucet. And just as you are here, placing your circuit wall address, you just place it within the circuit faucet. Excuse me. And there's also a promo code that you can enter at the bottom. And the links in the description below, you can see the newsletter. If you're not already subscribed to the newsletter, it's free. It's sent out every weekend, and it gives awesome updates on circuit and racing and everything. There's going to be a promo code that's always in there. We always make sure that we include the promo code. But yeah, you'll be able to just go to Getting Started, go to the circuit faucet, put in your circuit wall address. If you haven't already checked out Volatility Trading on YouTube, definitely check him out. He has a live stream every Friday, and the time varies, Tim. So I'm not quite sure if it's changed to 10:30 officially, or but it's always Friday night. So make sure you check out for that. It's always a good time, and I believe he does have a giveaway coming up in the near future. So definitely check him out. All right, so we are going back to activities, and let's see. We did Monster Truck. We've done Demolition Derby in tailgate 10:30, 2,000 subs. So he's almost at 2,000 subs, and I mean his channel's really growing fast. I'm really happy for him. Really a great guy. So if we can get him to 2,000 subs, that would be awesome. So we do have street racing, drift. We'll definitely have to do drift because I have to redeem myself from the performance last time. I don't know if I'll be able to, but oh my goodness, it wasn't pretty. But hypercar, rally, motocross. Motocross is always a good time. And then we do have the water events and the aero events. So orange chicken. Yeah, so I when I went to the grocery store, I bought orange chicken, like the frozen. So disappointing. It's not the same as going out to get orange chicken. So, but definitely have to do that again sometime, like once everything calms down. So, let's see. I'm trying to see for the street racing. I was gonna say can't right now. Yeah, unfortunately can't right now. Oh goodness. All right, let's go to street racing. Let's see what we have. Okay, so I believe that's all right. So we'll do this hard difficulty. Excuse me. All right, let's do it. Okay, so we do have the 2015 Nissan GTR. Granted, this is concept design, but I do like the back of it. Circuit, we do have the ticker symbol, and then of course the 01 as seen on the t-shirts as well.
3, 2.
Of course, the body kit, the different aftermarket look, just brings a lot more to it, I believe. But yeah, for the street racing, I mean, we are doing hard difficulty, so we should be fine. Looks like there's actually a GTR in front right now, so it's GTR versus GTR. Looks like he has underglows. Overshot it. Gonna take a little shortcut. That works out. Yeah, like the thing is, like when you're flying through the air and you, like let's say you hit the jump wrong and you're just gonna land either on top of a building, like it can be really sketchy sometimes taking those jumps, but it was definitely a good time saver. As you saw, we jumped in the lead by let's see, we're in the lead almost 2 seconds, which is a good amount. Granted, if I hit a wall and just sit there for quite some time, we're probably gonna lose it, but oh no, overshot. Yeah, one thing I've kind of changed up is not using the handbrake so much. Especially in the street racing, I normally just decelerate and then just whip it around. Using the handbrake sometimes just throws you out, and the traction just won't hold on the vehicle. Alright, we're 50%. We have a good lead. I mean, with the difficulty, one false move, like I said, like in the other races, can definitely take you out of the top 3. So hopefully nothing too wild occurs. Like, I don't even see him anymore. Let's try this jump one more time. Sure we hit it. Yeah, and like that's the thing between like this game and Forza. Like obviously in Forza you're not going to be flying across the air hundreds of feet, but it's still like a really good game. It's really competitive, so. The windshield's definitely seen better days. Ooh. So, oh no. Okay, so we still have like a 6-second lead. But like if they were right on me, especially since I believe they have a higher acceleration than I do, probably wouldn't have been the best. Go. But yeah, so yeah, the circuit, the ticker symbol, everything, but there's definitely a lot more that can be added to the vehicle. This is just a concept design. This didn't really come out of the like the design team. This is just something that was put together for the GTR. So thank you, Trent Tim. I really appreciate that. All right, so let's go ahead. All right, so we got Icon 105, and I believe the highest reward is like Icon 1000, and there are people that are past 1000, which that's definitely a lot of time put into the game. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go over to the wheel. There we are. Okay, so last time 500 circuit to everyone. Let's go ahead, spin the wheel, and see where we land. Oh, we hit it. Oh, goodness, man. Prize times 2 again. Wow. Goodness. Prize times 2 again. Twice. Wow. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, like, the chances, like, there's only 3 of them, but okay, wow, okay. So 2 shirt. I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. So wow. I mean, we hit like dead center price times 2. So I mean, this was fake to hit times 2. So okay. So anything that it lands on is going to be times 2. Last time we did times 2, it landed on 1,000 circuit. So everyone got 1,000 circuit. Now, granted, if it does land on the yellow, there's going to be, like we did with the t-shirt, the closest number. But the people that get the 2 people that get the closest number are going to win. So let's go ahead and spin it. And maybe it'll land on prize 2 again. We'll see. Where is it going to land? It's like, it's deja vu. We hit 1,000 again, so everyone just won another 2,000 circuit. Oh, I'm going bankrupt. But that's awesome. So, yeah, everyone that's posted their circuit wallet address, if you haven't already, make sure you do. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised it hit 2,000 again, so... but yeah, everyone just won an additional 2,000 circuit. Wow. Yeah. So far, I mean, everyone is over 5,000 circuit each, which is goodness. Right. Oh, Tim. I don't even think I have a volatility shirt. Are there volatility shirts? Might be. A t-shirt on green color. Yeah, I mean, the green and the pink are the big winners tonight. So, I'm trying. I don't think I've seen the volatility trading shirts. Huh. I'll have to look into that. Have you worn it like during the live stream by chance? I mean, it looks like, see, Dan said, I mean, if you want another type of t-shirt, Dan's there. Yeah, volatility t-shirt, that would be really cool. Oh my goodness, I think I'm getting older. So my birthday is actually in 3 days. My birthday is in 3 days. I'm getting old, so I think my memory may not be helping me too much. So, all right, let's go back to the racing. And if anyone does have any genre they'd like to see, please let me know. I'll be 28, so 28 years old. I'm almost 30. Oh my goodness, almost 30. Jeez. All right. But yeah, so this is the concept art for the Nissan or 2015 Nissan GTR, and I'm thinking for the Porsche. I'm trying to see. Okay, so we have the R34. Yeah, R34. There we are. So this is RX. Oh, Rallycross. Okay, I was thinking it was another. Thank you, Trent Tim. I really appreciate that. Not by much. I think like a year or 2. So not by much, Dan. Yeah, thank you, Amazu. I appreciate that. Okay, so Rallycross, and we're going to use the Porsche 911 RT3 or something like that. All right, so the recommended is 200. We're 181. So maybe birthday streaming special with circuit. I mean, it's definitely. I mean, we definitely could. We could definitely do birthday streaming special. I'm not sure what all we'd incorporate to that. Except me saying, hey, I'm getting older and I'm definitely losing hair, so. Dan, 38. You don't look a day past 30. Goodness. All right, so we're doing hard difficulty, recommended 200. Oh man. Hopefully the Porsche helps us out a little bit. I hate to say goodbye to the GTR, but we're gonna have to for this. GT3. I think it said RT3 for some reason. So go ahead. So I mean, like, this is graphic work by Dan. Definitely looks really sharp.
British-based oil company American Petrol has announced that the TV rights for their annual race have finally been sold after an intense bidding war.
Oh,
Every
goodness.
year, as you know, the fan-favorite race features a different course. This year, we're here in beautiful Utah, where the race organizers promise a special
Looked like a
surprise.
Miata.
See that? This is one race you're going to be sitting out. It's my time to shine, which means you get to watch as I show you how it's done. That might not be fair, but life isn't always about fair. Sometimes you just have to wait your turn. Thanks for understanding. I knew.
Jeez.
It's my time to shine. Yeah. Who does this guy think he is?
Ford,
telling us we
yeah,
can't
Ford.
race? You know, that's an excellent question.
Yep.
I say we race anyway.
That looks like a Miata. I mean, I don't think it is, but it looks like it.
3, 2,
All right, here we go.
1.
Circuit design. Lend me your power.
What the hell are you doing in this
Oh,
race?
we're just rushing all the way to the
I thought
front.
you this one was mine.
Oh, goodness. Definitely overshot that.
All right. If you want to try and make a race of it, I'll school you.
If he
Oh,
could drive
no.
as good as he talks, there'd be no way you could beat him.
A lot of bumping this race. Especially when we're going from the pavement to the off-road. Okay, thanks for that. Oh, I'm getting bullied. I'm getting bullied. Oh, I did that to myself. Oh, it looks like there's going to be a jump here. Wow. Well, that's definitely how we make up time. Jeez, we just maxed out on RPMs. Yeah, you don't see that in Forza. Well, you definitely see me do that in Forza.
I really think you can take him.
Yeah, if the jump is the end, that's going to be awesome. Yeah, the just going from the pavement to the off-road, it's a little different, but the circuit design is definitely rocking. Definitely love the circuit artwork.
Think you'll ever be as good as me? Think
Yeah, I
you
mean
can.
we have it in Forza, now we have it in the Crew 2. Come back here. We have it in iRacing. Oh, just jump over them. I'll see you later. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Just finish out right there. Blow the motor. We're good. Wow. That was an awesome jump, I have to say. That definitely added a lot to the game. It's not realistic, but I mean, I guess you could do it, but your car would be totaled out immediately. So. Yeah. It's definitely the power of the circuit design.
Think you would do
Definitely.
taking away from me?
But yeah,
I
so
understand how this relationship
have it on the
works.
front, have the stars. The stars is something that was added on a little bit after. I think that was added probably 6 months after Circuit was released, but definitely adds a lot to it. Of course, we have 0-1 all the way around. With going with the tag phrase of driving the world with 0-1 currency. And we've had people mention to us that the reason you say 0-1 is because it's the first of its kind, which is true. It's definitely the first of its kind. And of course, the tag on the back. So, love the design. Great work, Dan. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And it's wild how much time goes into these designs. I mean, it's placed real flush. But when you're creating it, I mean, you're creating it from by letter, by every single design type, and you actually have to match it all together. So this took a lot of time to make, but I really do appreciate it. Yeah, and the circuit logo, like the actual circle one, I know that's going to take a good amount of time. So I really do appreciate the time that you put into it, and I really do appreciate everyone on the circuit team, all the time and dedication they put into the project. It really means a lot, and that's what makes this project so great. The C had 10 pieces on it. Jeez, wow. Yeah, I'm sure we could go to the actual wrap and see how many pieces were put on there. Which I believe, if I go to customize, I should be able to see it here. So 628 shapes. 628. So that means 628 times, like, placing each single piece. I mean, that's wild. Yeah, great hardware. Yep. All right, so let's get out of this. Let's go back, showcase it right here for everyone, and let's go over to the wheel. So the wheel is definitely wow. The wheel, the wheel's been very giving, which is awesome to see. But wow. So let's go ahead. And last time we landed on 2 times, and it was on the 1,000, so it's 2,000 more to everyone. So we're easily over 5,000 circuit per person, which is just phenomenal to see. But let's go ahead. We'll spin the wheel and see where we land. So another 1,000. Go ahead and write that down. So another 1,000 circuit. I mean, we're hitting the big money. I don't think we've hit 250. We hit 500 once. We've hit prize ×2 already twice, and then a circuit T-shirt. So we're just hitting big money every single time, which is it's definitely great to see. Like Christmas. Yeah, 1,000 circuit. Yep. Yeah, the yeah, circuit. I mean, of course, but yeah, circuit is definitely a big contender when it comes to just the cryptocurrency in general. Just the way that the financial aspect has been laid out is just phenomenal. The amount of return on your investment for the individuals that do that side. Now, granted, the founding team, we don't focus so much on the financials, but in the aspect of the financial, there's just so much possibility. I mean, there truly is. It's wild. Our max cap is 300 billion. Which a lot of people say, well, that's a lot. But when you look at other coins like XRP and Tron, I mean, it's really not. And our current circulating supply is about 680 million. So, yeah, Mazu. Yeah, I mean, if I put on any more weight, I guess I would fit that description. But yeah, so we know, like, looking at XRP, their max cap is like the max cap of coins is a great amount, and for them to have a high of $3.84 back in 2017, there's just so much possibility with Circuit, and it's really exciting to see really how much is going to grow over time. And I mean, it definitely is going to grow a lot over time. There's just so much possibility and we spoke on that as far as the marketing, basically the marketing outline, focusing more on YouTube. I think this is a phenomenal route for Circuit to go, just for the streaming purposes, being able to reach the community on a high tier, and really bringing out a lot as far as, like I stated earlier, the driver interviews, and really anything as far as that. So there's I can really only say there's so much potential and possibility, because I can't throw out numbers, but I already know in my head what I'm thinking, and I have to say it's always positive to know that your the executive members in your cryptocurrency are purchasing the coin. I think that's always a big thing, especially in the stock market. For those that do follow it, you hear of a CEO that bought 1,000 shares. It gives people a lot of excitement, because it gives them a lot of like, hey, something's about to happen. There's a reason he's buying 1,000 more shares. So just knowing that your executive members on circuit are continuously gathering more circuit is really a great thing. So let's go for best sports coin in crypto world. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's so much possibility. There truly is. We have a phenomenal team. I can't brag about our team enough. Hardworking, dedicated, passionate to the project, and definitely a lot of time that goes into it. So I'm really thankful for everyone that puts so much time into the project, and it's really a great project because of that. But yeah, I mean, with the competitive racing, we're the first of its kind. We are the first competitive racing cryptocurrency. No one can take that from us. So where we go from here, the world is watching. The world wants to see how Circuit goes about. If it's successful, they want to know how it's going to go. And they're going to find that it's going to be one of the most successful coins out there. And again, it's really all to the team. So Amazu, Holling, Circuit, yeah, definitely. And I mean, I'm there with you. I'm really excited with what the future has to hold. And just a little spoiler for everyone. So I do have a call with a gentleman. I can't go into too much detail, but it was brought to my attention by one of our sponsored drivers that there are certain events going on, and possibly Circuit would want to be a part of it. So with the whole iRacing aspect, people see that everything is going digital, everything is being digitalized. Even the U.S. government, the Chinese government, they want to make their currency digital. Everyone sees this digital wave. We already know these technological advances are coming, which the world's already seen them. So being able to incorporate a digital currency into what we've already seen, racing now going over to iRacing, people are becoming more accepting of digital, because at the time, before I believe all this really occurred, I mean, this unfortunate event, but now we are seeing that these traditional racetracks, even with the pro drivers, Dale Earnhardt, Jimmy Johnson, so on and so forth, are now going to the iRacing series and more, because no one really thought like iRacing. Yes, iRacing is a really great simulator, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people either chose traditional or they chose iRacing, and it wasn't it was either one or the other. But now we see them both incorporating each other into it, and it just makes sense that Circuit is going to be a really big hit in the competitive racing industry. So really excited about the call. I do have it tomorrow, and I'll make sure that I do update the community as it goes. But I can promise to everyone, it's a daily event. People reaching out to Circuit. They want to know what Circuit is. They want to see everything going on, what we do support. And it's always amazing that when we speak to someone, they want to know how do they jump on Team Circuit. They want to know how. And I mean, some people are very enthusiastic of how do we get this started. There's just so much potential. And I will state, as I was speaking on earlier, people, they say, yeah, I have 10 billion followers in a day or however, but I mean, Circuit was really, it started as a dream, it started as a passion, and it's grown to something amazing. So, Tim, Tim, thank you so much for being here. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's get back to, don't want to do that. That just told me I've talked too much and we have to go back to racing. So, if anyone has any suggestions of what they would like to see next, please let me know. So we have touched the street racing. We haven't done drift yet. Drift, we definitely have to do drift sometime. Drag racing, we haven't done hypercar. We did that in the last one. Demolition derby, we did monster truck. Touring. So we've done a good amount. But well, yeah, definitely, yeah, and yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone that's here. It's always amazing to have a community here, be able to answer any questions that you do have, and if you have any questions of where circuit's going or anything that we support or anything whatsoever, please let me know. I mean, that's why I'm here, to answer any questions that you have and give you this amazing driving experience. So let's go ahead and we'll switch over to drift. So drift, we do actually have. Yep. See you later. Yep. Okay. So here we are. I'm going to switch it over, change difficulty. So excuse me. It does say that we are at the recommended level, but last time was not pretty. So let's go ahead. We'll travel. Tokyo Drift. Yeah. I hate to say goodbye to the design, but we're going to have to switch over, I believe, to the R34. So this is, I think, I'm not quite sure we've already covered that. I think we covered this at the beginning, but this is another design that Dan did as well. So phenomenal design work, of course. Definitely really thankful for all the design work that Dan does. He's a founding member on the circuit team, along with Digi Warfare, which is phenomenal as security. He's been doing it for 30 plus years. You know, couldn't be more thankful to have such an amazing founding team. So.
Including cargo ships. Careful you don't drift yourself right overboard, because that can hurt. If you want to make a splash, there's better ways to do it.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can redeem myself from last time.
Leave the drifting for serious riders.
Nope. Nope. And it's like drift is like one of my favorite. I'm not. Yeah, you always want the bonus to keep going, but drift is definitely one of my favorites. I'm not the best at it, unfortunately, but definitely love. Oh goodness, I keep on. If I get above 50,000, I'll be happy. Just trying to keep the bonus going. Let me get back on the track. Goodness. Yeah, once the bonus goes away and the chain, like drift, it's a little difficult from there. I do love the design though. Design is awesome to watch, even though the racing is lacking. I like the design. Do we get 50? Okay. Well, I may have not redeemed myself, but the car looked good. Oh Lord. Alright, let's switch over to the wheel. Alright, here we go. So last time we hit 1,000, and let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see where we land. $500. So we're definitely hitting the big ones. 500. Go ahead and put that down. Wow. Definitely a lot of prizes coming out. I mean, we're well over $5,000. Wow, that would. I mean, that'd be great to get 5,000, but we're over 5,000 circuit per person. Yeah. Wow. It's always, it's always great being able to give back to the community, and thank everyone again for being here. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, if you're another thing for following us on Twitter. If you're not following us on Twitter already, please do. It's at Circuit Society. That's where a lot of our news, as far as like our broadcast and really any updates that are coming out. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. We're gonna have a lot more content. As I said earlier, we're gonna start going over a lot more to YouTube and bringing a lot of really cool stuff to the YouTube channel. We do already have the live racing, we have the wheel, and really just adding on from there. So Amazu 5,000 circuit is a lot. 5,000 circuit is definitely a lot. Yeah, it's definitely a lot. I may hear about this later, but it's always good to give back to the community. So I'm really thankful that we have the opportunity to do so. And it's also, I mean, like everything going on, it's nice to just be able to sit back, watch the racing skill that you see before you, and win prizes. I mean, it's nice just to take a breath from all the stuff that's going on the daily, or in the daily world. So let's go ahead and get back to the racing. So. Alright, so this is going to be the last race of the night. We're going to be... Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be the last race of the night. Once we do this race, whatever anyone wants to see, I'm going to make sure that we have the circuit wall addresses. We're going to add up, and then I'll make sure that everything is sent out. And then also have to make sure for the t-shirt that you do message me. So please make sure that you do message me for that. We'll make sure that we get this t-shirt over to you. But yeah, we'll make sure everything is sent out right at the end. So let's go ahead. We'll pick the last one. So if anyone has any suggestions whatsoever, please let me know. Let's see, motocross, hovercraft. So Discord name is it's the Lone Wolf. So just find me in the Discord, which I'm sure you may have sent me stuff in the past. All right, so we haven't done hypercar yet. We did do drift, we did street, we did drag. So go ahead and we can switch over. So for this one, let's just knock it out of the park. We'll go, let's see. I can't do that. Here we are. Oh, it's a long race. All right. We'll have to get rid of the GTR. So definitely can't wait to get a circuit wrap for this vehicle. Let me switch back over. My apologies.
This race isn't some quarter-mile drag deal. It's a long and tricky city-to-city race against some of the meanest drivers in the country. It doesn't count for the list, and it can get rough out there. The stakes are high, but so are the rewards. Winner takes home a Koenigsegg Regera. That's one hell of an expensive car. But the guy organizing the race can afford to put it up and is crazy enough to do it. Which makes me wonder, you normally hit the legal circuit. Why strut your stuff here in an outlaw outlaw race.
Here's the thing. Latrell's, you know Latrell Jordan, right? Always been there for us. Big stuff like arranging races. Little stuff like showing me where I could get parts a little cheaper. We just want to give back to him like he's given to us. So we want to win this race, modify the car for him, and... I'm talking too much, sorry.
It's a crazy nice gesture. But that and $3 will get you a cup of coffee, and I'm not going to make it easy on you. Win the
Maserati.
race, and then we'll see.
We don't do
High
things the
performing
easy way.
vehicles.
We do them the right way.
3,
All right, here we go.
1.
Oh, jeez. So we're currently on hard difficulty. Let's see how that goes for us. But I have to say, this thing has a lot of horsepower. So,
Here we go. And remember, Latrell's counting on us, even if he doesn't know it.
switch. Oh, jeez. Try to maneuver through this as best as I can. Looks like we're about to go up on the highway. Wow. I think I hit. I think I hit something. I definitely hit something, but I think I hit a mound or something.
A Vegas to LA road trip? People will think we're trying to get out of town.
There we are. Just fly around a little bit. So we're 20% done. Hitting top speed is about 100 and I think we were at 170 earlier. Like with this game style, it's more of, it's not so much a sprint, it's more like long distance, but well, I mean, granted, if you're going 300 miles per hour, then you know, it can definitely be quick sometimes, but definitely one of my more favorite genres within competitive racing. If I could actually stay on the road, that'd be great. Even though drift is one of my favorites, this is also a great one. But having the circuit wrap on this vehicle would definitely be awesome. Yeah, I mean, the green's really nice. Yeah. Yeah, possibly have the circuit wrap on this for next time. I mean, granted, this game I could probably hit the wall and we'd be fine, but I'll try to drive correctly. Definitely a lot of turns in this one. Not so much of a, wow, I can see them all coming up too. Not really a lot of straightaways going on. goodness. See, Amazu. Yeah, so within the Discord, it's going to be Lone Wolf. So, I mean, you'll... Oh, actually, I may be showing offline right now, so you wouldn't be able to see me off to the right, but once the stream is completed, then I'll make sure that I go into online, so you'll be able to see it on the right hand. It's going to be under founding members.
You can't even wrap yourself around a tree in here because the trees are too big. But the turns are tight enough, you're gonna try.
Alright, 50% completed. We're making pretty good time. I think the world record was around 9, well, it may have been, actually it may have been much less. I meant to do that. Yeah. So I'm trying to keep up with the chat as much as I can. But I may be lacking a little bit.
I've got to admit, there's something special about sitting on top of this much power.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, like, of course, like racing, like in the video game, yeah, there's a lot of power, but like actually, like even driving a vehicle that has a lot of power, like being even one that has like 300 horsepower, which doesn't really sound like a lot, but when you have like when it's turboed and you have like a lot of torque, wow, those things really kick. The Infinity. Give us a second to think what it is. The G35. Oh, the Q60. So the Infinity Q60. There's a Red Sport Edition, which is 400 horsepower, and then there's the goodness, what do they? It's some odd something, but it has 300 horsepower. But the torque, like the pounds of torque, is just wow. I think it's 0 to 60 in probably about I want to say like 6 or 7 seconds, which is actually really fast. So for anyone that may not know, one of our partners is Rent a Race Car. You can actually pay just a one-time fee, like for that everything that it incorporates. So you can go there. You'll get like a training as far as like how racing, like how you would go about like actually racing around the track. Like it seems kind of like, you know, everyone should kind of know how to race around a track, but the different strategies and they'll outfit you with gear, and you can actually go racing one of their vehicles, and their vehicles do broadcast the circuit logo. So really an amazing opportunity. I'm hitting every vehicle I see, but really a phenomenal opportunity to, if you were interested in becoming a race car driver or any type of competitive driver, instead of spending thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, they have a very affordable price that you can pay, and you get to really see how racing is. So they're actually under our partners, and you'll be able to see Rent a Race Car. So cool thing. Oh, no worries. It's funny. I see the cyber distracting you. No, it's not you. It's me. I mean,
you missed rush hour.
yeah, I'm definitely need to work on reading the messages and racing. That's something I need to work on. So, yeah, definitely not you. Definitely not. So we're 91%. Almost there. Bring it in. Whoa, what in the world? He came out of nowhere, threw me off. think we're fine. Yeah. There we are. Nice. Oh, transformation race again. Yeah, we could definitely do the transformation race.
Okay, it's ready. Now,
Run them over. Yeah.
Well, son of a gun.
Yeah, is there one specifically that you'd like to see?
doing things the right way. We've got the car. Now all we have to do is make a few mods, and we're down giving Latrell one heck of a surprise.
Let's go ahead and take our upgrades. Yeah, for anyone that may have not seen it last time, but yeah, with the upgrades, you can just go in here and you'll be able to, I think, so 320 is the highest as we see here. So we got upgrade to that. We can scrap them, and when you scrap them, you can upgrade these right here. So you go here, and then you can see like increased buck gain by 1.4%. So we got 320 there. So we can scrap these and like the lesser ones. So the transformation race is for, let me here. So it's like the live extremes, but the 3 vehicles that you see on the screen, and we'll spin the wheel in a second, but the 3 vehicles that you see on the screen is what's encompassed during the entirety of the race. So like we'll take this one here for the rally, you have the sports boat, and then street racing. All 3 of those would take place, and we can cover it if anyone has one that they want to see specifically. Maybe it incorporates like the supercar or like the Formula One type. But let's go ahead and we'll go over to the wheel. Alright, so we'll go ahead and spin. Oh, so 250. So after all this time, we finally hit 250. So that's awesome. So another 250 to everyone. Combination race. Yeah, it's really cool just like going through it, and that you can see. And again, we'll cover over it. So if there's a specific genre of racing that you want to see, please let me know, and we can select based on that. But yeah, so an additional 250 circuits. We were like right on the line to 2500 circuit. We're like really close. But yeah, so that's awesome. Another 250, which like I believe we're over. We're over 6,000 circuit a person. So yeah, all the numbers, 250, 500, 1,000. Price times 2 twice. We got the t-shirt. What else do we get? We almost hit $5 in Bitcoin, so that was a really close one. So yeah. But okay, so let me go ahead and hop back over here, and then we can do the race that was requested. Okay, so let's see what we have. So we do have a bunch of the sports right here. Wow. So we can change the difficult. Goodness, that would be a lot. Change the difficulty to ace, which I don't know how that's gonna work out for me. So, wow, it's gonna be a little difficult, but it'll be fun to watch. It'll definitely be some competition. So, get for a Bitcoin t-shirt again. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll be doing it again next weekend. So, if there is anything else that anyone would like to see, maybe you want different prizes on the wheel, or you want to see a different racing, anything, just let us know at Circuit. You can message us on Twitter, which is a great way to get in contact with us. Just message us straight on Twitter at Circuit Society. It's also in the link in the description. We have all the social medias in the links, really everything down there. So let's see. Okay, so we're going to Ace and see how it goes. So it looks like we're going to start off with the Super. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that's something that we did take into account as well. Having someone else join us, so but we'll definitely look into that a little bit more. All right. So as we'll see, like throughout the duration of the race, it's going to swap from one to the other. So hopefully I can keep up with these guys because it is on the hardest difficulty in the game. There's a shortcut. I missed it, but I'll still take it. Oh, I think they actually got caught up back there. They must have hit something. Yeah, they're probably, whoops. They're getting in the slipstream right now, so they're going to be able to catch up much quicker. And I can't really do anything. Okay, there they go. I can't really, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'll have to focus here. Yeah, with these narrow paths, there's not really too much to do. Can't like swerve back and forth so they can use the aerodynamics on me. Wow, where did they go?
They're heading across the covered bridge.
They're way up
modern
there.
cars in the world thundering their way across an antique. Now that's what I call
Yeah, this is going to be
spectacle.
interesting. Hopefully we come up on a straightaway. I might be able to make some time. We hit a straightaway just because I can use the nitrous. And, alright, here we go. Alright, so we fully depleted the nitro we had. And, we're definitely gaining some time back.
Is that the Big Apple we see in the distance? Well now, at this speed, our drivers will be taking a bite out of it in no time at all.
Wow, these guys are quick. We're about to swap over, I believe, to the next. Yeah, stay focused. Wow, did he just ram into the wall? What? he transformed and went straight to the wall. I mean, I'm not complaining. That helps me out, but wow, yeah, they are quick. The only thing I'm worried about is I believe the last one is going to be like a sports boat or something like that. So.
Heart of New York City. Also, no traffic at all.
We can at least get 5 seconds on them before we go into the boating aspect. Maybe fine. But I know the boat isn't like the highest you can be, so they're definitely gonna catch up on me. It might be a photo finish. Trying to focus to make sure we can catch up on some time. I just know the end is going to be really interesting. Yeah, it's really cool how it does transform, and that's one of the big things that really sold me on the game is you just transform from one to the other just like that. I think we have probably about, I'd say about 3 seconds on him maybe. Which is, I mean, it's better than nothing, but wouldn't hurt to have a little bit more.
Round and round and round they go.
Yeah, I would say about 3 seconds, 2.5 maybe. I would do that right before it switches. Alright, here it is, moment of truth. We only have to hold on for 15%, and wow, they are already catching up on us.
Be careful not to get dizzy now, because this next section in Central Park has a lot of curves, and they're all tight ones. What a place to host the finest in jet sprint racing.
Definitely going to be a photo finish here. Especially with 10% more to go. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah, they're right there. Oh, yeah, they're right there. Oh, no. Oh no.
Because our pilot sure can.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, that was close. That would have been it right there. Yeah, they are right there. Alright, 5% to go. Hopefully I turn these corners. I think we may have got it. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Once again, coming to you from New York, the city
Oh,
that never sleeps.
hey Tony.
And who could sleep after the excitement we just
See the
witnessed?
need, awesome.
Thank you for tuning in to the live
Yeah,
stream series
I don't
episode
even
5.
remember how I
We'll
have
see you
him.
one more time for the season
Obviously
finale.
not the real guy, but wow. Okay. That was definitely something. So, yeah, just the transformation in the game is really cool. Something new that they brought. I don't know if it was in the first one. I'm guessing it was. I never played the first one, but I did have the second one. But yeah, Mazu was saying maybe a friend to compete and stream together, which is definitely something that we'd like to add. Yeah, transform. Thank you. That was I think we played together. Yeah, probably. I mean, that's probably the only reason. Yeah, the race was like, because with this vehicle, it's not like maxed out, so there's so many, and I can actually grab the upgrades right here, but there's just so many upgrades that can go on this one vehicle. So I knew when we came to the water aspect, they're going to be able to catch up a lot, and if it wasn't for the nitrous, yeah, they probably would have. So, all right. Let's go over to the wheel. So last time we had 250 circuit per person. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what we get. So 500 more circuit on top of that. Let me go ahead and write that down. Wow. We are definitely racking up the circuit. Wow, that's awesome. So another 500 to everyone that's put in their circuit wallet address. That's awesome. Wow. I'm kind of in shock. It's like wow. When we were first making the wheel, I think I mentioned this before, but there was like 50 to 100 circuit Like that was basically where it started. So going from that to now incorporating 2500 circuit on just one, wow. But it's awesome to really just give back to the community. Like I've said that 100 times, but so Tony, it actually did land on the T-shirt. So I believe Amazu won the T-shirt. So no, for the ones that if it lands on a gold or a yellow, we basically have 1 to 100, and whoever gets the number closest is the one that wins. And we did hit the T-shirt. I think that was the T-shirt was like the second one, the second spin that we had. So yeah, Amazu won, and yeah, won a free T-shirt. So, but we do have a T-shirt on there. We have the circuit bag, the Bitcoin. We had the $5 gift card, which is really cool, and then of course the 2500 circuit. So yeah. Yeah, so only one person get, unless it was prize times 2, and we've hit prize times 2 already twice. So every time we hit prize 2, we always hit 1,000 circuits. So every time we're giving 2,000 more circuit to everyone. Yeah, so there we are. Let's see what time it is. So 11:15. So I say we do one more race. I mean, is there one someone would specifically like to see that they haven't seen already? Maybe one we haven't touched yet, or because we just did the transformation race, so that incorporated 3 of them. We did a demolition derby. Granted, we haven't done the race of the demolition derby. We've only done the points, and we haven't done the points of the monster truck. We've done the race of the monster truck. So those are 2 we haven't done yet. We've done the hyper, we've done the drag, we've done the drift, we did the street. Yeah, and you just saw some of the jet sprint. So if there's anyone would specifically like to see, the demolition derby race is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's real unorthodox in the way that it's not a typical street, or however you're going up on the side, driving around like that. There's definitely a lot going on. So I mean, we can just jump into that, and I can show you what's going on. So let's we'll do it on the most difficult. So most difficult, we're not even near the recommended amount. Hilo. So let me check that out real quick. I know you can basically change. So I mean, like, that's one thing you can do in the game is, and this is something that we hadn't touched either, but I'm probably gonna yeah. Whoops. But yeah, so you can go from here, and like, let me go ahead and switch back. So going here, and then we can go straight over to boat. And then you can even switch back over. So like, there's a lot of cool things, but for the Hilo, I think I have to. I know you win a Hilo, and I think you have to place it to the favorites. I could be wrong though, so. Please, no, not. I mean, like, Need for Speed was definitely the game back in the day. Need for Speed Most Wanted, I think they had Most Wanted 2. And what was the one? I can't think of the Need for Speed, but there was only like 4 or 5 cars you could pick from, and one was the Porsche 911 Turbo, and I always wanted to be the Porsche 911 Turbo. So yeah, plane race. Do you want to see the plane race? I think it's more on like a time, where it's not so much you're going against other people, but there's like a time you're going for. So Need for Speed. Need for Speed was definitely the game. Midnight Club. I played a lot of Midnight Club. I think it was cool because it kind of like went from the Need for Speed aspect, and then when you went to the Midnight Club, you had like a Hummer on 24-inch rims, and You're racing that, and I think the latest one was Los Angeles, which I had the, I think it was like a 1968 Chevy Impala or something like that, but it's definitely awesome. Let me see if we can do see if that works. Oh, there we go. Nope. I was hoping to go up on the land, but okay. So let me go ahead and switch back over. And all right, let's go. Great to see from this guy from yeah. Okay, let's do the racing real quick. So yeah, the racing, especially on Ace, like yeah, wow. It definitely gets crazy because even when you're racing, I mean, they can pop off your front wheel. So now you're only racing with 3 wheels, and yeah, it's definitely wild to see.
Three, two, one.
All right, here we go. Yeah, so this is the whole thing, like up on the side wall. It's real unorthodox. That guy deserved it. But I think that's the best way to get a lot of momentum, like coming out of the turn. But the crazy part is when you're crossing, like right there where we just crossed over, if you connect with somebody, or if you do something like that, probably not the best thing. Wow. Almost had him. Let's see if I can grab that real quick. But yeah, this is really all about like control, especially when you're like drifting up on the sides. Like, oh, there we go. Just like that. Oh. Yeah. So imagine being the person on the receiving end of that. Doesn't help you out too much, especially if you're trying to hold first. Well, jeez. At least I have all 4 tires. I'm just hoping, like, at the end, I'm not, like, crushed. Like, when there's, like, 1 lap to go. Almost there. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're still on first. We're still on first. Whoops. 4% to go. Oh, thank goodness. I had a feeling that, you know, we were going to get crushed at the end, but at least we hit the finish line first. That's all that matters. Yeah, who needs tires anyways? I mean, I guess you could race on the rim the entire time, yeah. Alright, what upgrades did we get? So, going through. Oh, that's nice right here. So the highest is 160. So almost getting there. Almost there. Yeah, I think that's one of the fun, like definitely one of the most enjoyable in this game. Because once you're gathering all that speed going up and down like the ramp, and like when you get up on the turn and then you push out of it, especially if you like hit someone like we did and they just go flying, it's always just really fun. I don't know. But All right, let's go to the wheel. We just completed another race, and let's see. Are we gonna hit another T-shirt? Are we gonna hit Bitcoin? We haven't hit Bitcoin yet. We haven't hit 2500 circuit. So let's see where we land. Where is it gonna stop? Okay, very close again to 2500 circuit. Wow. So another 250, which is still really awesome, but that was really close. I believe that's the second time that we've done that. Goodness. Yeah, T-shirt. I mean, we hit T-shirt once already, so I mean, there's definitely a chance it could happen again. I mean, there's always that chance. But yeah, everyone that has put their circuit wallet is another 250. So which is awesome. I mean, we're easily over 6,000 circuit per person, which is definitely amazing to see. Wow. It's wild how it racks up so quick. Because we started off at 500 per person, and wow, I mean it's really cool. I really like the wheel. If anyone has any suggestions of what they'd like to see on the wheel next time, please let me know. Go ahead and check what time it is. But yeah, we're easily over 6,000, so that's definitely awesome. Congratulations to everyone. Let me see. So for the activities, yeah, I mean, yeah, and like you just said, for the faucet, yes, you can use a promo code. You can win up to, some of the promo codes are up to like an additional, like up to 1,000 circuit. But this is really truly a great opportunity to get more circuit. Yeah, and I mean, the amazing thing about circuit is that it might be, let's say, 6,000 today, but if you actually stake it in your wallet, you get staking rewards, you get a master node, it turns out to be a lot more circuits. So it's not just like I give you this dollar bill and boom, there you go. And that dollar bill technically is going to lose value because of inflation. But I give you, like, let's say you get circuit, then circuit, you can get more circuit with circuit. So the possibilities are endless. And that's the amazing thing about circuit is it's not just one static number. I mean, the number could increase daily depending on if you want to stake or if you want to have a master node, get rewards that way. If you want to get to the faucet, you can go to the faucet. We also have games. If you go to getting started, go to the games. There's just so many ways to get more circuit, and it's just really a phenomenal opportunity. So again, like I've said the entire time, thank you to everyone that has tuned in for the show. I believe I said last race like 2 races ago. I was just having so much fun. Like spinning the wheel is actually like really fun. Like you don't know what's gonna land. It's even fun for me to watch and see what's gonna land on. You know, it's like, even though like I'm not winning the prize, but I don't know. It's just something magical about the circuit wheel. You know, I don't know. So, oh goodness. But yeah, that's. I think that's about it for tonight. I think I've really showed everything. We did cover over the circuit designs that we had, the wraps. We've covered really every racing. Street, drift, drag, hyper. I mean, we've covered really everything. We even did the live event. So there's just so much that we have covered. And definitely a great time. Let me switch it back over to might take a second. Okay, I'm gonna have to just switch over like this. Okay, yeah, we were on the coin market cap. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let me know. Oh, grab this real quick. Yeah. Oh my goodness, the technical difficulties at the beginning, that was fun. I just picked up a piece of paper I dropped from that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let me go ahead and switch it back over. All right, so back on the primary screen. Yeah, so we did cover over the everything that's going on really in cryptocurrency, some of the highlights. Is it a good time to buy crypto again this time? What crypto are you specifically referring to? Just like cryptocurrency in general, or is there a specific one? Granted, I can't give financial advice, but I can give what I would do in my situation type deal. But yeah, so we see, and one indicator that I look at personally when it comes to cryptocurrency is, yes, it's dropped, but where is it becoming stagnant? As far as like we saw Litecoin, of course Litecoin hit about $350 a coin back in 2017, went all the way down to $22 at the end of 2019, and then now it's about $40, and it's kind of like staying here. Like all cryptocurrencies are kind of like really just staying in the same area overall since this, you know. Yeah, I want to think on it for a second. Yeah, there's really a lot that's going on. There's a lot of uncertainty within not only cryptocurrency but the stock market. Now, granted, the stock market is getting so much help from all these trillion-dollar injections. I see why they're doing it, but it is still frustrating because you're having a lot of bailouts and all this stuff. And I don't think a lot of people are quite understanding with the bailouts have a positive meaning behind them. But what's occurring is basically why crypto was created, because you're having all these trillions of dollars printed off, and then inflation is going to incur. So prices are going to rise. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes with inflation. So you're having this mass amount of capital just coming in. That's why, Bitcoin is only 21 million that's ever going to be in existence. And the 21 million isn't even going to hit until, I think it's like year 2150. So I think we wait for a while and wait the best time to buy. Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to have their own preference when it comes to what price they're comfortable at buying. Like, some people may look at Litecoin and say $40, wow, that's a deal compared to where I bought it wherever. Or they may look at it and be like, well, Litecoin was once $22. It can probably go lower than that. A lot of people are going to want to average out where they currently, like, let's say they bought Bitcoin at 10,000. Now they can buy it for less than 7,000. They're like, wow, that's a deal. But, someone that may have bought it much lower, like let's say at 3,200 that it was at like at the end of 2019, they're going to probably view it a little differently. Yeah, so yeah, and that's very true. So the Bitcoin halving is going to take place in about, I think it's May it takes place, May 21st or something like that. So, and the trend that we've seen, and I can actually bring this up if I can even, so when Bitcoin was released in 2009, the first transaction was 0.00007. It was basically 5,000 Bitcoin for $5. I think that was the first transaction that took place. But as we've seen over time, there's a halving that takes place every 4 years, and there's something that goes along with it. And I've talked in this several times, but basically you can see halving took place in 2012. Yeah, 2012. And then in 2013, you can see right here, let me make sure everyone can see that. Yeah, that Bitcoin did break the high. They broke over $1,000 a coin. So the high in 2013. Then we have a halving that takes place in 2016, and we can see that Bitcoin breaks over $20,000 in 2017. So now we're having a halving taking place in 2020, and I just looking at the chart, like if I had no idea what crypto was, I was looking at this chart and I said, oh, that's a bump, then it would make somewhat logic that 2021 would also be a break of the all-time high. We can see every halving that takes place, the rewards cut in half. The miners need the price to go up to keep on mining, so it just like it stays balanced. But there, I mean, with everything going on in the world, everything's going more digital. I mean, it's much easier for a lot of people don't want, like even in places in Canada, they're not accepting like paper money, like fiat currency, because of what's currently going on. They don't want that. So if you have your phone and you just scan something, there's no transaction per se tangible taking place, but you are still making a purchase. And anyways, everything's online. I mean, you have Amazon online, you have Overstock online, you can buy tickets online. Everything is online already. Even your the US dollar is technically digital in the sense that when you go to your bank, you see a number. When you get to pay, like some people still don't have depositor, however, but it's still digital. So you see a number in your bank. They don't say, oh, here's your pay, and then they give you dollar bills. Some people may have that if they're still receiving checks, but a great amount of the population, it's all direct deposit. So you just see a number. With cryptocurrency, you just see a number. There's no like actual Bitcoin given to you. It's just a number. So the primary population is already used to the idea of just seeing a number. Now, we can already see the evolutions of currency that are taking place, going from the fiat dollar, going to checks. Can you imagine going from giving someone paper to now writing on a piece of paper and giving it to them? Like, to us, it seems pretty like simplistic, but at the time, it was like, what in the world? Checking, like, it was just so different. And then you go to debit cards and credit cards. So imagine the individual that was once writing checks is now just swiping their card. It's just way different. Like, to us, it seems very simplistic again, but it's just different. Like, there's always been a struggle, any type of technology release that has occurred. So let me make sure I got that. But any type of technology release that has occurred. I mean, even the guy that was selling people horses for transportation, and then you had the Model T come out by Henry Ford. The guy was like, why do you need that? Why don't you need one of my horses? My horses, all you do is feed it, and you know that automobile thing, it could break down. You gotta take care of it. You gotta buy all these pieces. It's too expensive. You know, there's always been struggles. But can you imagine going without a vehicle now? Like, there's no, like, it just wouldn't work. We wouldn't be able to have expanded society as we have. We'd still be living in these small towns where you can get by everywhere on foot. So there's always been a struggle. I mean, there's been a struggle with automobiles, and now people want to say that cryptocurrency is an outlet for criminals or something like that. There's always going to be something. And if you want to go off of the criminals, then you have to understand everyone, no matter the affiliation of how they are, is going to be using, if it's a vehicle, like imagine going from a horse, like Jesse James days, to now a vehicle. Criminals can go from bank to bank, robbing banks much quicker in a vehicle, and they're more armored in a vehicle than they were on horseback. You know, it's like even like going from having the landlines to now you're having cellular devices. It's much easier for people to make contact with whoever they need to and to block numbers compared to it actually being like a landline within a community. So there's always going to be some type of struggle or someone saying something. But at the end of the day, even though cryptocurrency, it is in a sense decentralized, but it does have centralized aspects, because if you look at a block explorer, you can see an address, you can see a number amount, you just can't see who it is. So it is still anonymous to a certain extent, but there are centralized portions about it. And I think that's what keeps it in check. People can actually see when it comes to a block explorer, there's a lot of information. There's a lot of APIs that you have that really give a lot of information regarding it. So there's always going to be some type of feedback. But in the long term, my specific beliefs there's a reason I went from being a stock market day trader to now over to cryptocurrency space. There's a lot of money to be made in the stock market. I mean, a lot of money. It was very nice. It was very nice. It was like nothing you've seen before. Imagine making $3,200 in 15 minutes. There's people that work months and don't make $3,200, but being able just to sit down in front of a computer, make $3,200 in 15 minutes. But there's a reason I switched over from being really into the stock market to now coming over to the cryptocurrency space. And if that's not enough right there, I really don't know what is. You just really have to look at the whole aspect and think outside the bubble. If people thought outside the bubble more, then I think there would be a lot of advantage to it. But some people are afraid to think outside the bubble because they were raised not to. Don't question things. This is how it is. If you question it, then you're out of line. You're really causing a scene. And I'm not saying question it like, try to, go do some like off the wall stuff, but just think about why people thought a certain way and does it make sense? Like, does it make sense? I mean, with the whole, we could even use cryptocurrency as an example. The $1 trillion injections into the stock market, I see why they're occurring. Do they make sense? Again, I see why they're happening, but I don't think us as a society are actually viewing how it's going to backlash us in the end. There's going to be inflation. There's more currency pushed into to really causing inflation. I mean, people have already made jokes about it, like, you're going to be able to buy toilet paper for $100 or however, like, not just because it's scarce, but because of the inflation that's going to occur from this. So thinking outside of it, like, even if you look at the YouTube videos from like 2010, someone's saying you should buy Bitcoin, and you see in the comments they're like, Bitcoin, that's a scam, but they were thinking outside the bubble, like a digital age. The internet had just come around, granted it's about 15 years prior to that, but the internet was around. And I mean, imagine, like, yes, it's a very unfortunate event that's taking place in society today, but imagine this 30 years ago. It would be very different because there's so many individuals that can telework. You can work from home. You don't have to transport to somewhere and now complete your job. A lot of stuff is digital. I mean, even though for the racing industry, yes, NASCAR and all that, it's been postponed. Like Singong Speedway, I mentioned earlier, it's been postponed. But iRacing, so now the racing fans, they have something of enjoyment. There's still internet. You can still watch TV. You can still get on here, do anything that you need to. There's just so many at-home conveniences that we didn't have 30 years ago. So, even like with crypto, like I always say this, there's going to be evolutions to currency. There already have been. With every generation, there's been, I guess you could say, a preference in a sense. Grandparents, like actual paper money. Parents, checks. Myself, debit, credit cards. Next generation, cryptocurrency. It just makes sense. To us and to the older generation, it may not make as much sense, but to the individuals that are grown up and actually this is what they know, what they're used to, it's just going to be like, when a 6 or 7 year old is using an iPhone better than I could. It's just like, well, because they've grown up with the technology. Their parents were like, here, just play this and stop crying type deal. But that's what it was. So MotoGP iRacing too. I have to look into that. I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know. But I can see a lot of these industries are going over to iRacing. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, they're still businesses. They still need to make money. Because, I mean, that's what fuels everything. So, I mean, people unfortunately have already lost their jobs. And it's a very sad thing. And we're seeing a lot of companies and corporations, we're actually seeing how they really are. We've seen some where they're not supplying their employees with any type of personal protective equipment. They're downplaying it a lot. And we have seen, like Elon Musk, he did say, you have a better chance of dying in a car crash than you do dying from what's currently going on. Granted, he's a different type of individual. I have my own thoughts about him, but you know, you still have to take care of your employees. Yes, like let's say as the leader of the boss or however, you might not see that it's like this dire thing, but you still have to respect your employees and take care of them. You're a boss, like, and 95% of individuals that run businesses are bosses. They're not managers. And the reason I say this is because a manager is actually going to be an individual working alongside you. Like one thing that we have in Circuit is I would never tell anyone to do something that I wouldn't do myself. And I believe that's being more of a manager. A boss would just say, I'm not doing that. I'm higher than that. You're doing that type deal. And that's not how we are. But I think unfortunately 95%, if not more, of businesses are like that. So they have to remember at the end of the day, and just to be clear with that, they might not on social media say that they're like that. But if it comes down to like the daily grind, I mean, let's just be real. I'm sure there's bosses out there that are like CEOs or however, and they're saying, no, you do that, I don't do that. Yes, there's a distinction between what every individual like does within the company, but there's just, you just have to make sure people are being taken care of at the end of the day. to not really go off on this tantrum. And just seeing in other cryptocurrencies, the big thing. So what, like when I wear this shirt, being part of Team Circuit, it's really putting personal beliefs aside and really being there like for the team and what the team needs. So I have my own ideas about certain things, but is it really? There's no benefit to Circuit as a project. Me going on this tantrum about however. But what I can say is, there's been a lot of evolutions of currency. We are going to see it. It's going to happen. It's already starting to begun. Individuals that don't believe it's not going to, they don't believe it's going to happen. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, how could you not see it happening? I mean, it's going to happen. That's just how it is. I believe a lot of hedge managers, fund managers are going to start switching their portfolios from the stock market more into cryptocurrency. Not 100% off the bat, but it will be a slow process. As more capital and funds go into the cryptocurrency market, we're going to see a lot more confidence, especially since the U.S. government and China have started talking about how they want to go digital. So with that confidence, now they're going to start switching portfolios over. We're going to see this huge influx. I do believe that cryptocurrency market cap overall will exceed $1 trillion in the next few years. I've been saying that for a couple of years, actually. Sell some toilet paper for Bitcoin. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's so much stuff going on. It's just crazy. You go to the market and there's water, there's milk, there's eggs, but there's no toilet paper. Like I'm pretty sure you'll survive without it, but I don't know. I'm dumbfounded, to be honest, by it. But there's definitely a lot of stuff that's going to come with the digital wave, and speaking to myself, I truly advise myself to begin constructing a portfolio that makes sense. And the reason I say constructing a portfolio that makes sense is if it's 100% cryptocurrency. Now, granted, there's so much diversity in cryptocurrency. It's not just in the stock market, you're doing the SPY, you're doing the Dow Jones, However, you want to do a mutual fund, yeah, there's so much you can go with a mutual fund. But with cryptocurrency, there's so many different elements within it where if you do Bitcoin, I don't think Bitcoin is the best investment, personally. The reason I say this is the return on investment. With Bitcoin at $10,000, let's say it goes up to $100,000 a coin. Wow. Like you buy one full Bitcoin at $10,000, it goes up to $100,000. That's a lot. And a lot of people would say, I would love to take that. But it's only 10 times. And not downplaying that it's only 10 times, but think about it. You invest in a cryptocurrency that is 0.001 cents. So it's basically a tenth of a penny. and then it goes up to 5 pennies. 5 pennies to me, to you, 5 pennies is just like, I can't even buy anything with 5 pennies. But one of those coins each goes up to 5 pennies. So basically, you're making, I think, like, what was that? 10, 50 times right there. Just with that. And you didn't have to invest $10,000 into it. Like, there's just so much opportunity to get coins and tokens. And like I said earlier, I may have said this, but I think our project is the best. Yeah, absolutely. As the more that Bitcoin grows, the more market cap potential other coins have. As we saw in 2011, Bitcoin went up to $20,000 a coin, and the market cap of these other projects hit about $1 billion. It was about $1 billion, $2 billion. We saw this with Dinin, it hit a little over $2 billion. We saw this with Experience Points, it hit about $1 billion. There's a lot of coins that went to about $1 billion range. So, and I can give a analysis of Circuit as well. This is just speaking on like the analysis side, because obviously I come from that background. But with Dinin went up to 0.007 cents, which is phenomenal. I can actually just show it right here. Dinin, if no one's familiar, is basically covering over the dental industry. It sounds like, who cares? But there is a lot of potential. And think about it, everyone needs healthcare. Everyone needs dental care. And what's amazing about them is basically how many dental offices they have. So just going off of the amount right here with Dinin, there are 0.00008 going up all the way to 0.007, if I can get it around the top. Yeah, almost there. 0.005. I'm almost at the top, so it's 0.007. But now there are 3 Ethereum sats, which is like nothing. That is like nothing. Now Circuit is on CoinMarketCap. Granted, it's in the initial phase. So as you can see here, it's untracked listing, which means that it's requiring various things to be fully placed. But Circuit is on here, and you can see the website and all that stuff, which is really cool. Yeah, Dinin, I invested in Dinin personally a while ago, and that was right before it went up to 0.007. So with 3 Ethereum sats, actually I'm corrected. With 2 Ethereum sats, it just went down to 2 Ethereum sats, and that's on the ask. So basically, you can buy it at 2, but you can also place a buy order for 1 Ethereum sat. That's the lowest it goes. I don't think it's paired with USD. It's paired with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and that's it. The lowest it goes is Ethereum. So 1 Ethereum sat is currently the lowest Dinin will ever go. Which, if you want to buy at the bottom. So, but with Circuit, as just doing an analysis personally, Circuit has a great amount. It has 3 billion, but granted, there's only 680 million in circulation. So, technically, by 2021, 2022, when I believe Bitcoin is going to break the all-time high, that's just my personal thoughts. But if everything goes back to a $1 billion market cap, which a lot of projects did, like even off-the-wall projects for some odd reason, that would place Circuit at, if we go in time, it would probably have a little over $1 billion. We would see Circuit, and this is just an analysis of mine. This isn't like, this is just personally what I believe, but not like. But you could see if you take $1 billion market cap and 1 billion coins, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So every coin would have to be $1. So that just kind of puts it in perspective. And if you put it in more perspective, I don't touch the exchanges just there's no type of like underhanding going on, but from Bitcoin going from 1 sat to 10 sats, I believe it's $350. So to get 1,000% return it only takes $350. That's crazy. Like I was just looking through one day, and going from 1 sat to, I think it was like 1,000 sats, or it was like 750 sats. It was like $3,000. Can you imagine Circuit going from 1 sat to like 750 sats for like 2 or 3,000? I mean, that's just crazy return. 750 times your money. I mean, that's just crazy. So when I say there's a lot coming to Circuit, we're reconstructing and everything like that. I forget who I said it to. I forget who I was talking to, but basically I was speaking on just look out for the marketing and really everything like that. But there's just a lot coming to it, so yeah, be on the lookout. But I do want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you. A little bit of a spill there, but just trust me, there's really a lot going on. And I definitely had a great time. We did the live racing. We did the giveaway. Wrote everything down. Do have the circuit addresses. So at the end of the stream, we'll be paying out to everyone. And make sure that Amazu does get... Circuit is delisted from other exchanges. I think that's so Circuit isn't delisted. There's the 2.0 version that took place. So a lot of exchanges went into basically like a protective mode just to protect everyone's investment and stuff. But BIRIC has fully updated. Alt markets should be fully updated, and all exchanger. They should be fully updated, but there's some news to come out for that. So our primary exchange for the community is BIRIC. We highly recommend using BIRIC. So BIRIC is the exchange. So, but yeah, there's definitely a lot coming to Circuit. I'm really excited about it. There's definitely going to be a big change coming. So if you aren't following Circuit, I mean, Circuit's going to be a big thing. And when I say, even like, how do I put this? With the founders and the team, we all speak, but with me being in charge of the marketing and all that aspect, there's a lot of things I have under my sleeve in regards to what I really think is going to push this project to the next level. So there's a few things I have in my mind right now that I know is going to be a really big thing, but they require time. So everyone, we are pushing a lot more material, and again, there's really just a lot coming out. So I'm really excited about it. With these changes, with this the new innovation, the new marketing strategy that I have coming about, I would look towards October of this year. And it's like a official, unofficial type of thing, but October of this year is going to be a really big time for Circuit. Everyone will see what I'm speaking of in the near future, but it's going to be a really big time. There's going to be a drastic change in really the numbers that we have, because there's certain marketing strategies that I'm going to really put to the test. So really a lot coming to it, and really excited for that. So I really do appreciate everyone tuning in. Let me go ahead and bring up the website. So I really do appreciate everyone that tuned in. It was definitely a great time. Gave away a lot of Circuit. A lot of Circuit. We even had a t-shirt. Congratulations to Amazu. Really excited for giving out the t-shirt. Goodness. If anyone has any questions or any recommendations for the next stream, please place in the comments on this video. You can also send us a message on Twitter. We'd love to see that as well. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, Soryu. I really appreciate that. Amazu, thank you so much for being here. It's been a great time. We've gone for about 3 hours now, so definitely a great time, and I really love doing this. It's always, There's really nothing better than that. It makes all the work really pay off. I mean, when you're behind the computer for hours on end, but when you actually get to sit down and have a great time with everyone, it really means a lot. Yeah, absolutely. And you're really going to love the t-shirt. It's amazing. I believe you're the first individual, aside from myself. Well, I didn't win it, but you'll be the first person that won a t-shirt. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely see you next week. Yeah, it's going to be Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to check us out on Twitter, it's going to be @CircuitSociety. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe, notification bells on YouTube channel. There's going to be a lot more coming to the YouTube channel, and that's part of the marketing strategies that I'm speaking of in the near future. So, yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.